Good afternoon, I am Adventure Argonaut. This is Shadowrun Dragonfall, and we are in the middle of a mission right now. We found the new troll zombie technology stuff, and we are trying to steal it and stuff. But before we get to the game and stuff, I have an announcement to make that I'm going to be going on a bit of a hiatus from streaming starting next week because I'll be heading back home for Christmas to Finland, and not sure how much I like. I certainly won't be able to stream every day. Not sure, and it's gonna take a few weeks probably. That either I won't be able to stream at all or very little. But yeah, I have to see how busy I will be, or like if the internet is even gonna be fast enough to even stream in my mom's place in Finnish countryside. That might be, just render it impossible. But I will, plan on doing something. Like even if I can't stream, I can still make some Argospectives and or Golden News, and maybe just upload them directly to Rumble and YouTube if that's the case. But yeah, I have to sort of play it by ear and all that. But everything should be working in regards to the stream, so let's go play the game. And I do wish, try to finish this game at some point as well. Like, hopefully I will find few occasions to stream, assuming that the internet is like fast enough for that. Because I don't think I will be able to finish this game today. I'm pretty sure I'm not. So we have the cyber zombie here. And we still have to get this drug formula. It seems like formula 17. Maybe I have to input that into the computer, but we will probably encounter resistance right now. Yep. Knight-errant captain takes a half step towards you, magnified by his masked speakers. His voice comes out like a roar of some great beast. Drop your weapons and step away from the prototype. Do it now. I got a better idea. Drop your weapons and I won't order Tin Man here to tear you in half. The knight-errant pauses a moment before responding. When he speaks, his voice is dripping with scorn. Try it, see what happens. I don't like the sound of that. Do you honestly think they didn't install a safeguard in that thing? That we couldn't take it back from you at moment's notice? Now drop your weapons or I'll have that abomination tear you in half. I don't think there's gonna be a diplomatic solution. You can't order him to do anything if you're dead. Ooh, nice. Designate target. Well, I guess, yeah, the Conjurer is a good target to hit. Alright. Oh, there's a mage. The captain. Oh, okay, we used all of them. Alright. Let's see. Let's try to get this guy. Yes. Yeah, still. You don't. AP bonus. Yeah, let's go here, like, you know, don't leave all of them lumped together and all that. Oh, wait. No, she doesn't have a shotgun, she has some Mossberg. Oh, no, it's a shotgun. It looks weird. Is it just me, or doesn't look like a shotgun? Hmm. Oh. Accessing prototype override. Okay. So have to kill this guy. I guess just didn't make it nice. More difficult to hit. Ah. Can we? Yeah, we can just melee this guy then. Ooh, nice axe. I don't usually say this to other guys, but nice axe. Damn, that guy is very persistent in not dying. Not that persistent. Alright, signal lost. Very nice. How could you miss from that range? Oh, we still have one more action. How about this guy? He's sort of hiding. Let's see. Sniper. Noise. Ooh, nice. Ow. Alright, let's start with this guy. Nice. Ooh. That was beautiful. Oh my god, delicious. Right, how about sniper does some sniping? Maybe it's that time of the day. Nice, very nice sniping. Maybe improve his aim. Nice. This thing is awesome, boss. Are you sure we can keep it? Okay. Yeah, their override wasn't foolproof. Because we are fools and wasn't proofed. Alright. Target spotted. Should we actually lure them over here? Let's see. Inspect. Blocked. Security has control over the doors again. Of course they do. Let's see if this works. Maybe this is a terrible idea. Oh! I was startled. Why didn't you fire? I guess he was too far away. Oh, nice. Designate target. Oh, okay, it's free. I thought it cost 2. Okay, okay. Oh, nice. I still hit one shot. She can also hit somebody. Alright, let's go attack this guy. Oh, almost. Let's go hide behind this bench. Nice. Yeah. Let's see. How about not the best. Let's leave some space for this guy here. Okay, good. Maybe this is a bit too foolhardy. Okay, it wasn't that bad. Guess I should use his melee weapon, I forget. Maybe I shouldn't. Okay, I should. Yeah, just run and smash. What was that? Is it a trap? I didn't see, I wasn't looking that way. Nice. Ooh, nice. Now we still have Blitz. I forgot he even exists. It's blocked. Nice. Accessing prototype override. How about no? Override this. Okay, one more. Okay. Asked him a few questions. Okay, can't. It's too far, I guess. Oh no, why did I didn't click it properly? My mouse sometimes refuses clickage. He has all these. Come on. Didn't even die. Sad. Very sad. Oh, what's this? I thought you're a sniper. No. Oh, come on, man. Nice. Good. Nice. You know what? I wanna try. Just punch this guy. I don't know why, but yeah. 10. Oh, okay. We're still in turn-based mode. Still in turn-based mode. Guess he can heal himself a little bit. Let's go here. Yeah, reload the machine gun. Right. Yes, we can do this just in case. Alright. There's an ambush waiting over there. Oh, there's a guy over here. But no. Okay, now it's like that's our guy. Suddenly I thought it was the baddie, or are we the baddies? Oh, there's actually those ley line circle thingies. Yeah, maybe she should reload. Okay, let's see. Door console. Access denied. Security lockdown engaged. Examine console. It only takes a moment to pop the casing of the console. It looks as though a skilled decker could probably jack in and override the door controls from here. Yeah, unlock the door. Oh. Yeah, she had to be. Well, she's the sniper, so it makes sense she's the last one. No, I doesn't need to rush. Guess she should first get in position. Okay, cast this. Yeah, and alright, then we open the door. Assuming we can open it. Security lockdown engaged. Bypass the lockdown. Yeah, so we get control of the security office. That's probably good. Oh, we can check in there. Okay. Oh, nice hit. Okay, it's out. How about this guy? Nope. Okay, nice. Sure. Very nice. Oh, very nice. Through our body. Or her body. Oh yeah, and we even have the big dude here. Maybe he can just go ask them a few questions. I mean, this guy's probably has the, you know, trying to retain control stuff. Ow. Let's come here and do a heal. Okay, good. There. Oh, no. We still have one guy here. I forgot because he's so non-threatening. Okay. I guess. Cyber zombie. Okay, so what can we find here? In cyberspace or in the Matrix? Pretty sure I pressed the button. City computer. Oh, okay, security cameras. Yeah, I guess we should move first and then summon our pal. AOE. Okay, nice. They're not even moving, alright. Like shooting rectangular fish in a barrel. Oh, now they're moving. Very nice. So let's Let's go this way. Oh. More dudes. Yes, let's have a look what's over here. Oh. There's lots of dudes over there. Come on, man. Okay, at least. Oh yeah, we have erosion. Let's try erode this guy. Yes. Yes, just have to come closer. Nice. Very nice. This suppression reduces the alarm, I guess. A sniperette. I'm afraid if I move there, maybe the enemies will be activated, so let's just move here. Oh, they're activated now. Oh. Okay, I guess they have line of sight, because there's just like a flower bed thingy in the way. Okay, can we hack the camera? Okay. Nice. Very nice. Okay, now hack the camera. So, is that all there is to this place? Only one camera? Because the security camera 1 is not like all of the cameras. Okay, well, we have control of this camera. Alright. Let's see. It's not so good. Maybe we should start with minigun. Okay, not the best shot. Okay, at least we killed one. Okay, because now he's behind the table at least. Mage, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's blocked. Nice. Good to have cover. Big ass troll. Oh, this is the prototype guy. Or let's just come over here. Nice. Come here so we can try to summon the spirits. Oh, we can still do it. Okay. Pestilence. Nice. Very good. It's not dead yet. Nope. Oh. Good. Good heal. The hit chance is really bad. Okay, maybe this is just bad. Oh, nice. No. Hit him. Yes, like that. Okay, that's even better. Out of ammo. How about now? Alright, finally the mage is dead. And now we can use the hit 2 guys attack, and it actually hits. Oh, okay, these guys are activated now. Good. Let's come closer with this guy. Not the best. I was hoping for more. Nice. Right, let's send Pestilence. No. I guess I should do a little... Oh yeah, I have grenades. Alright, let's see what happens. Missed. Well, it hit some guys. How dare you shoot at the, you know, fancy toy that everybody wants? Okay. That's a high chance of going crazy, but okay. Let's send it here then, very close to the enemies, like if it gets loose. It's gonna get loose near the enemies. Sniper, okay. Yes. Sniper duo. No, I was hoping to stand on the other side, but oh well. Let's hide here. Okay, we hit, at least. Yeah, good. Attack that thing. Not that thing. Not that thing. Okay, let's see. Oh, didn't get loose. Choose loosener. See. Maybe I should just go melee these guys. Snipe this. Okay, how do we heal? I'm pretty sure I clicked on this. You retard of a game. Maybe it's retard of a mouse. Ooh, nice shot. And there's still this guy. Still standing. Can we make him unstand? Yes, we can. How about this guy? Oof, very nice. Okay, how about this? Can we banish it? Banish the spirit. Okay, it's just that easy. That easy. Oh. Okay, so no more enemies, eh? That's nice. And yeah, I don't think our zombie actually took any damage, even though he was shot a few times. That went well. Formula 17. Authorization order. Haushofer. A complex chemical formula displays on screen along with a series of notes. Formula 17 appears to be a drug designed to suppress higher brain functions, specifically those functions related to emotional responses and decision-making skills. From what you can tell, the overall purpose of the drug is to render subjects submissive and pliant. Then notes go on to suggest that Formula 17 was developed as a component of a larger project called Atlas. Apparently, Project Atlas has something to do with cybernetic augmentation. Formula 17 was developed to help reduce the incidence of rejection in Project Atlas's test subjects. Recent trials of the formula have been extremely encouraging. While initially a serious concern, fatalities have recently dropped off to a statistically insignificant level. The document is accompanied by a fairly extensive record of testing performed on metahuman subjects, along with death records over the course of the project. The Schockenwälder writer will be interested in all of this information. According to the charter, sharing this information with the world would be a top priority. In the wrong hands, however, the formula could cause immense harm. Copy the chemical formula for the Schockenwälder writer. Alright, now I think we have all the Schockenwälder writer stuff as well. And it's still undamaged, our prototype, so I guess we can return it. Well, there's probably gonna be more enemies still down here, right? Like in the parking lot. But so far the run has worked eerily well. It has gone so well. Can't. So wait, whoa. How do we return it to the lodge? So is one of them. Okay. You step into the garage. Prototype is not in tow. Before you are two vehicles that you knew would be waiting: your client's van and lodges, and nobody but you knows what the presence of the second van means. So van is for the client and this is for the lodge, or is it the other way around? Decisions, huh? Decisions, huh, Chief? He shakes his head. Can't say I like the idea of handing this over to Schmidt. God knows what he's gonna do with it. I can't tell how to handle this over, fearlessly. The kindest thing would be to put that troll out of his misery. Lord knows that it's what I want to do, or I want to do, whatever. But then there is the job. Herr Schmidt hired us for a reason. We ain't talking about a piece of merchandise here, boss. There's a living troll buried under all that chrome. Whatever you decide to do, you should keep that in mind. He shakes his head. Well, it's your call, boss. Can't say I envy the decision. Yeah, this is large. Can we talk to the troll? It's like, hello. I hope we could, like, bring him as a party member. As you approach the MK6, its head turns to track you. Its body is held in rigid attention. God, that's eerie. It's almost like waiting for something. So we could kill it or disable the control circuits. I'm gonna give it to the lodge. We took that train is sailing for us now, so guess I'm gonna give it to the lodge. It better pay off though, otherwise I'll be really pissed. The lodge transport is easily room enough to hold the MK6. You could order it inside with a simple command if you order it. Send Cyber Zombie to the lodge. In transit, your subway car is empty on the return trip to Kreuzbazar. This stretch of the sprawling U-Bahn tunnel system doesn't see much use, it seems, at least not at this hour. As the train rattles on, you find yourself lost in thought. Old memories creep unbidden to the forefront of your mind. Memories of Monica in the old days, and the crew that you used to run with. Memories of success and failure, of wealth and poverty, of good times and bad. Halfway back to the Kreuzbazar, you're jolted out of your reverie by buzzing sound. Your comlink. You're receiving a call. Your comlink buzzes. A quick glance at the screen tells you that Amsel is on the line. You pick up. His voice fills your ear. Trogronaut, I trust I'm catching you at a good time. Yeah, I'm on a train back to Kreuzbazar. Good, I have news. In your absence, I made contact with another prospective client, a rather elusive woman of Azlaner descent. She calls herself Frau Müller. She would not discuss the specifics of the job with me, but she did tell me what she was offering for the work. 36,000 nuyen, an impressive enough sum to justify a consultation. When does she want to meet? In half an hour. If you're on the train back to Kreuzbazar now, you should make it here with time to spare. I insisted that if a meeting were to take place, it would have to be at a location of your choosing. Frau Müller has agreed to this. Where should I tell to meet her? By the statue in the park. It's public but secluded enough to discuss business. And I guess noted. I will set up the meet. Drug runner. There's one more thing. Yush. Your comlink cuts to static. A moment later, the lights in the U-Bahn car flicker and wink out. You hear the screeching sound of steel on steel, and the train grinds to a halt. Ooh, what's gonna happen now? I don't remember. I played this game, but I don't remember. But I was thinking, like, is there like any like fights in the subway? Because I don't recall. It looks like the whole station lost power. Oh, what's this? Fuse. Oh no, fuse box. Looks like some squatters are living in the station. Tunnel collapse, not getting out this way. Advanced medikit, fuse box. It's try swapping the old fuse, that is the BTHRM to track. So, okay, let's look around first before we play around with that. Station main power is off, the train is not going anywhere until it's back on. Bridge controls. It looks like the console could extend the nearby bridge to cross the tracks, but with the power out, the entire thing is non-functional. Alright, let's go play around with this. Swapping them, the lights in the bathroom go out, the status light next to track remains red. Replace the extra fuse in the socket in the PTA and okay, how about we swap them? Lights in the back room come back. Okay, let's see. Can we now? No, okay, so I guess the lights have to be off. What is BTH? Remember? So it's still non-functional. So wait. So are there like? And the extra fuse to track. Okay, then track lights up green. So can we go to the train now? Can we go somewhere there? Okay, now we can extend the bridge. Looks like the console can extend the nearby bridge to cross the track. Okay, the mechanical bridge smoothly slides out and spans the gap over the tracks. Just in case they ambush us and kill us in a second. Whoever they are, I don't think this is an accident. It's so dark in this maintenance area you can barely see your hand in front of your face. So can we go swap? Because now the bridge should be open, right? No, we can't even see the fuse box anymore. Okay, fine. The door is stuck shut. Force the door open. Okay, you check the door, crack of splintering plastic fills your ears. The door pops open. Oh, there's something here. Aries explosive, high explosive grenade. Okay, sounds cool. Reset breaker box. It's gonna be something nasty here. Yep. Ow! How dare you? Too many options. Maybe go here. No, because I wanted to, you know, go hide here anyway, so we might as well punch first. Or go first, then punch. Maybe that's how it actually works. Come on, man. Nice. Ow. Ow. These are not adjacent, so I guess I shouldn't use the adjacent attack. Good hits. Nice. You like that AP damage too, do ya, huh, punk? Just shoot him in the leg. Used to be a Shadowrunner. Then I got shot in the leg by another Shadowrunner. Then I couldn't run anywhere. Nice. No. Pinning shit. Good. Oh. Now it's clubbering time. Mercenary Captain. Captain Merch. Okay, so we still have enemies somewhere. Encrypted PDA. I guess I'm not in a hurry to go open the door. Oh, I didn't use any sniper bullets. Stride? Okay, sure, let's use it. Let's wait one more. Okay, now we can open. Nice. Clobbering time. Hired mage, at least not a fired mage, fired upon mage. Cannot move. Don't know if that makes much difference though. Oh. Oh, he shot his friend. The guy also shot his friend. Okay, they really like attacking their buddies. That's the kind of people they are. Shoot them in the leg. Okay. Who should I heal? I guess himself. No, wrong. Bonus ran out. Nice. Very nice. Cannot move again. How about you? Can you move? No. I mean, same guy, but you're dead. Dead don't move, except when I tell them to. Okay. Is everything fine here now? Should I unextend the bridge? Yes, I guess. I think, yeah. But I'm not sure if we were supposed to go that way, but I think it's only polite that we do so. Okay. Board train and return to Kreuz Bazaar. The rest of your trip home is uneventful, but one thing is clear: someone is hunting you. This ambush was no chance gang warfare, but an organized attempt on your life. If Green Winters was right, then whoever killed him is now after you. The PDA that you retrieved from your attackers may hold some answers. It's time to return to your safe house and consult Paul Amsel. Amsel in distress. Karma gained 10. Schockenwelle writes yeah, so many things. Okay, let's go take care of the pay stuff first. So the phone, I think, is this way. Weinkeller. What was that Weinkeller? I don't. It's like wine cellar, but I don't think it was there before. Deliver the AT Chemie project data, drug formula, visual records. Machine accepts the data upload, but only a few moments later, certified credit stick is spat out. Only $1,000. Certified credit stick is spat out of the main coin slot. The phone sold LCD readout displays text freedom, equality, information, Shokamela Raita. Okay, what is the Weinkeller? I don't think it was somebody here. Lucky Strike. Cigarettes. A young woman stands at the bar, smoking a cigarette. You've seen her face before. Lucky Strike, one of the mercenaries from Monica's files. A plume of blue-gray smoke spills from the corner of her mouth as she turns her attention to you. Hey! The distinctive circuit pattern tattoos on her that line her face shimmer and pulse with light. You need something? I don't believe we have met. I'm Dragonaut. Yeah, I know who you are. She takes a drag of her cigarette. How you holding up, champ? I heard what happened to your boss. She wasn't just my boss, she was a friend. She smirks, then lets the smoke escape from the corner of her mouth. Yeah, well, sorry for your loss and all that. A lot of people are still torn about it. So, you need something, or are you just gonna stand there staring? Why'd you bring up Monica? Did you know her? I met her a couple of times. Seemed nice enough. She takes another drag of her cigarette. But I mostly knew her by reputation. You can't live in this Kietz without hearing about the Queen of the Great Bazaar. She pauses, then slowly lets the smoke escape through her nostrils. Can't say that I was a fan. Whoa there, Monica didn't control the Kreutz Bazaar. Didn't she? She locks eyes with you. Then, why did the place start falling apart the second she got geeked? She takes another drag of her cigarette. The smoke spills out of her mouth as she speaks. Either Monica controlled the Kreutz Bazaar or she had her fingers in so many pies that she might as well have. Comes out of the same thing either way. Lucky Strike taps out her cigarette and leans toward you, a predatory grin on her face. You and your friends, you followed Monica too. Obeyed her orders without question, right? She was our team leader, of course we listened to her. I've got news flash for ya, friend. Here in Berlin, teams don't have leaders. The very idea of a team leader runs counter to the spirit of this place. Well, it was slightly different before. There was one leader. For such a rabid anarchist, your friend seemed awfully comfortable being in power. Kind of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? Yes, actually, all your points are valid. She blinks. Huh, I gotta admit, I wasn't expecting that. She was your friend after all, and you're following right along her in her footsteps. I'm not following anybody's footsteps. I do what needs to be done, and if others choose to follow me, well, that's their decision. There's a long pause, finally she shrugs. Fair enough, I suppose, but a word of advice, don't take too much on yourself. Spread the responsibility around. Good of you to care. She turns away. I don't. But in a place like this, stacking too much power on any one person is dangerous. Not just for that person, but for everybody. The last thing that we need is for you to eat a bullet and for this place to fall apart again. Okay? So you do care. Alright. Oh, we also have level ups. Well, I also have level ups. Let's go to Lucadure. Lucadure. Welcome back, runner. The prototype was delivered safely. Herr Schmidt won't be happy about it though. Leave him to us. And regarding the MK6, don't worry. The prototype is in good hands. He slips a credit stick in your hands. Enjoy your pay. Only 2,000. Of course, I think we got the other money for it. The special today's toy apple. What? Does she say anything interesting? I'm told you have been quite busy of late, oh wanderer of the shadows. My streets tell me that business is picking up. Is that the man who has taken over from Monica, Burakazi? What does it look like? You road-sanded it, the Pope of the Vatican? Give him a soy calf, a big one, and put it on my account. I like the cut of his jib. A large soy calf? My, you are a generous one, Goldschmidt. Are you sure you're gonna forge us a gesture? The fat man frowns. And a scone, I was going to say, and a scone as well. Nothing is too good for him. As you desire, O humble one, the Turk whispers. The man is a moron and he eats his weight in baklava and pastries, so who am I to care? Oh, I found this liquor in my travels. Worth anything? Not quite. I received cases of this for less discerning clientele. I could offer you maybe $10. I'll hold on to it. Maybe there's something. No, I guess I don't need any of that stuff. Is there anything else he can say? No. Uh, how much money do we have now for the Alice Fund? Sniper Specialist Interdiction Shot. I gains the ability, sniper rifle ability. As discarding Sabbath HDI round that ignores armor completely. Like shotgun ammo mod. Shotgun ability that sets targets on fire, strips one armor. I guess the sniper specialist still. Even though we did do some sniping as well, but shotgunning. She is the sniper though. Oh, and she also gets these bonuses. Alright. About this guy, Nerve Spear. Dietrich's basic nerve bolt spell now flushes enemies from cover when they are hit. That's decent. Battle hardened gun armor. Dietrich's years of devotion to Dragon Slayer idol imbue him with innate +1 armor. Sounds good, but maybe this one. If I remember to use it, like if I remember the ability. Glory, Razor Specialist. 2 hits, strict 2 armor from the target. Pistol Specialist. Maybe I should spread it around a bit. Targets up to 4 enemies and opens fire on all of them. -5 accuracy, must have at least 3 targets. Yeah, that sounds like cool. Sounds cool. Decking boost. Blitz's decking is increased by 1 or ESP control. Increased by what does it mean to have ESP control? So it clearly it's those programs, but like does it mean they gain an extra action or what? I sort of think that the decking boost is gonna be more important. And let's finally use some karma. Well, I was saving for this. Maybe I should still. Let's get some strength, some melee weapon stuff. Defense bonus. I guess I can still get the this thing as well. Then let's go buy some stuff. As you approach the counter, you find Absinthe counting a bundle of antique paper money in the till. She doesn't bother looking up. Argonaut, a pleasure as always. What can I do for you? Yeah, let's buy some magic. Algernon. I have a question for you if you don't mind. Algernon, what do you know about the great dragon Feuerswinger? The elf ponders for a moment, twisting a ring in his right hand. Feuerswinger, the fire wing. That is a name that hasn't been heard in some time, over 40 years, I believe. Though I cannot say for certain, time and I do not get along. He was among the first of the great dragons to awaken and first to be killed by meta-humanity, or so the story goes. So the story goes. Of course, history is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon. Truth is something else. Absinthe intersects. A great dragon is not like other awakened creatures, whereas a basilisk is nothing more than a Komodo dragon whose genetic structure was mutated by magic's return. A great dragon is a creature of magic. This sounds so boring. Like, okay, it's a Komodo dragon with some mutations. It ruins the mystery. A creature that has seen more than one cycle of the world. That this is the sixth. When a great dragon falls, the sound resonates across time and space. Got it, you're skeptical, so how does the story go? Feuerschwinge awakened along with Lofweir, Nebler, and Galstein around the first decade of this century. She was the first seen over Harz Mountains, and after a long flight announcing her presence, she began raining fire on every town and village she came across. Uh, Sounds like she woke up grumpy, angry, deranged, or something else. What motivates a being such as her? No one knows. Feuerschwinge was never engaged in dialogue. German military forces are said to have killed her over the SOX the year she emerged. This after months of fire, devastation, and terror. Her body was never recovered. Think she's still in the SOX? I cannot say. A sealed emergency zone, by its very nature, sealed. We cannot know what happens inside with certainty. Yet I do wonder what effects the radiation from a nuclear meltdown might have had upon her. You seem like a connected guy. Think of any of your magical friends might know more. Algernon crosses his arms across his chest, considers. That is always a possibility. Some of my knowledge is vast, but it remains finite. He frowns. I did hear from one such friend who believed to be leader of a toxic shaman cult, disciples of cleansing fire. That sounds familiar. Hey, stolen haircut. Hey, thank you for the news. We will get numbers up with time. Thank you. But yeah, I will go on a sort of a hiatus during Christmas for a few weeks because I'm going back to Finland and stuff. Like I will try to do golden news. Like I don't know if I can do it like as a live or stuff. Like if I have the opportunity, but at least I'll try to upload it to Rumble and YouTube. Like if I have to, do it offline first. But have to see how my life is there back in Finland for a while. But anyway, the leader of the toxic shaman cult, Disciples of the Cleansing Fire, is actually Feuerschwinger trapped in human form. The cult is known for following the dragon totem while also practicing toxic magic. Now, is there anything else you need to know? Have you heard of a gang called the Kreuzritters? Sadly, yes, they are quite active here in Berlin. Their fascist plan and simple. Plan, not plain. They cling to Christian doctrine to justify their actions. They are killers first and religious fanatics second. Um, Interesting. Just wanted to confirm someone's story, and that seems to confirm it. Thanks, Algernon. You're most welcome, young troll. Is there anything else you need? Okay, what are you selling? Weapons. It's just bolts. Okay, we don't have better vests. Martial defense. Oh, okay, that sounds good. Let's buy that. And Counter Strike. Alright, so we have space for all of this. Can we move them around? No, that's sort of annoying. Oh, where's spells? I haven't really used Mana Fist, so maybe Counter Strike. We use this, and this is passive, so that's good. This is partially passive. So yeah, I guess those are fine. Let's go check out the weapon store still. Like, I'm debating whenever I come here with myself whether I should buy like one firearm for a guy, but I think it would just give me the wrong idea. Like, I would try to um, like, instead of running into the thick of things the way I tend to do, I would try to shoot and just miss. A shuriken, though. I guess maybe I can buy a shuriken. Where's the... Ah, okay, so they're the melee weapons. No, they're here. Close combat 5. Yeah, alright. So let's see, well, what is my close combat right now? It's 4. Yeah, I don't have any throwing weapon skill, but I think if this works like the tabletop RPG, then I think the strength should help, my chances to hit with it somewhat, but I don't know if it works like it at all. Alright, but I guess it's finally... Wait, we have 2... Yeah, it's Beckenbauer. Should we also take his job? Well, I guess we should go talk to Beckenbauer. I mean, not Beckenbauer to Amsel. Beckenbauer is the orc outside. One look at Blitzer's face is enough to tell you that something is gnawing at him. He stands beside his table playing with a coffee spoon. Oi, Argonaut, what you need? What's going on, Blitz? Well, Chief, I hate to admit it, but I might be in a bit of a trouble here. Go on. There's an awkward pause, then Blitz plows on ahead. Well, you remember those creditors I told you about, the ones who loaned me all that money? Yes. Well, yeah, as it turns out, some of them are a little less forgiving than I thought they were. Keep talking? Well, one particular seems to have taken things kind of personally. How personally are we talking here? I got a package in the mail and it has somebody's thumbs in it. Thumbs? Yeah, thumbs. They came in a cigar box, packed in salt. I have no idea who they belong to. I'm pretty sure that they meant to convey some sort of message. Really? You think so? He nods gravely. Yeah, I'm almost certain of it. I don't want to lose my thumbs, Chief. I like my thumbs. I think I need to pay this guy back. Luckily, I got a plan. I know how to get myself out of hot water with Meat Grinder. I've got it all specced out. Let me get this straight. You took a loan from somebody named Meat Grinder? Hey, Chief, come on. I feel bad enough about this already. There's no need to rub it in. I think we need to rub it in. Anyway, like I was saying, I can make it all right again, but I need your help to do it. I'm listening. Well, there's this group out in Drogenkippe. They call themselves the Lundenburg Ring. They're a bad financial organization, crime organization. There's a lot of bad blood between them and Meat Grinders Operation. Anyway, back when I was running with the Schwarzherzen, I laid out the groundwork for a hit on the Landberg Green. I was never able to make good on it, though. For some reason, none of the other gangers ever volunteered to help out. With your help, I could steal enough money from them to cover my debt. I'd get myself back in the Meat Grinder's good graces in the process. So steal money from the other guys and give it to Meat Grinder. So what do you think? A quick run, just you and me, with me in the Matrix and you as my man on the ground. We hit them, satisfy my debt, and laugh about it on our way back home. Sounds like a plan. Alright, Blitz, but in the future, you need to be more upfront with me about things like this. No problemo, Chief. Not a problem at all. You can count on me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some last-minute stuff to take care of before we get started. Oh, and Argonaut. Thanks. No sweat, Blitz. Meet you at the U-Bahn. Oh, no, not a such thing. I won't be physically going to Drogenkippe. I've seen enough of that place for one lifetime. I'll be checking in from a terminal that I set up here in the Kreuzbazaar. Great, okay, well, I guess that I'll send you a comm when I get there. Sounds good, Chief. Thanks again. Got a bad feeling about this. Dante. Oof, oof. Pet. Oof. Dietrich raises a bottle at your approach. Hey again, boss. You need something? Have you ever heard of an organization called the Lodge? Lodge. He freezes up. Boss, you mean the Black Lodge? Okay. David Lynch. I don't know, maybe. Lodge was all I heard. Let me describe them for you, and you can tell me if what I'm saying fits. Shadowy, powerful, secretive as hell, with deep pockets and a penchant for hiding the truth, they conduct all their business through dupes and go-betweens. He gives you a sideways glance. That sound about right? That's them in a nutshell, yeah. Well, if it's them, and whoever you're talking about, I ain't saying it is, then I advise you to stay away from them. Stay far, far away, and whatever you do, don't take their money, and if you do, they'll own you. I take it they're dangerous then. Hisai. I know it's Hisai. I don't know, why did I miss the S? Maybe my screen is too dirty on my brain. More than you could know. Most folks don't even believe that they exist, but being a shaman in Berlin has its perks. I've seen enough evidence to believe. Tell me what you heard about them. Well, the story is that the Black Lodge is the mother of all conspiracies. Supposedly they've been around for hundreds of years and they've been practicing magic since well before the awakening. Impossible, I know, but I believe it. You ever heard of the Masons, the Knights Templar, the Bavarian Illuminati? They were all puppets of the Black Lodge. None of them knew who they were working for, but the Lodge was there, pulling the strings, They always have been, and they still are today. That's the story. I didn't realize that you were a conspiracy theorist, Dietrich. I ain't, but I've been around long enough to know that I should trust my gut, and it's telling me that Black Lodge is real. Your mileage may vary, of course. Believe whatever you want. You already know what I think. I was thinking about what you told me earlier. You said that your idol was gonna make you pick a fight that you couldn't win. He shrugs. It's bound to happen eventually. Probably sooner rather than later. Isn't there something that you can do to stop that from happening? Well, I suppose I could refuse, but that probably wouldn't be a good idea, especially not now. Remember, boss, the Dragon Slayer is where my magic comes from. If I turn away from him, you'd better believe that he'll turn away from me. Besides, besides which, I don't even know if I can refuse him anymore. He's been with me for so long, I don't know where he stops and where I begin. He grins at you. Don't you worry about me, boss. I've known that this was coming for my entire life. When it happens, I'll go down in a blaze of glory, the likes of which you can't even imagine. That's a promise. Uh, you can't really believe that your idol wants you to commit suicide. Of course not. The Dragon Slayer doesn't want me to die, but he does want me to kill dragons. That ain't supposed to be safe or easy. It isn't my idol's fault that I'm getting too old to keep up with his wishes. What if you were to pick a fight with a different kind of dragon, say maybe a gang or a corporation? He pauses for a moment. That's an interesting idea. If it were big enough and heinous enough, he might be satisfied. I've never tried to bargain or negotiate with the Dragon Slayer before. I'm not sure how I feel about it, and I don't know how he'd take it either. The Dragon Slayer doesn't like to be questioned, and his temper is even shorter than mine. But I'll tell you what, boss, I'll think about it. Any thoughts about the last run you'd like to share? There was nothing about that run that didn't disgust me, what they did to that troll. He shudders. It wasn't right, boss, on any level. Look, I get what you handed me the MK6 over. It was the job after all, but I'd been a lot happier if you'd killed that thing. Nothing right now. Let's talk to Iga. Iga offers a shallow nod. Argonaut. Do you trust me, Iga? She pauses for a moment, considering finally she nods. Yeah, I do. You earned that much. I haven't always agreed with your decisions, Argonaut, but you've proven your competence. It's only fair for me to acknowledge it. Good to know, thank you. Yeah, anytime. Okay, we have to. Tell me what happened to your team. This again, why do you even care, Argonaut? Because it's still pretty clear that if you had your way, you'd still be with them. As a good leader places a priority on knowing, and a good leader places priority on knowing his team. She slowly nods. Alright, I'll tell you, I suppose you deserve that much. What happened to us was Hoffman. He was a rookie, the kid of some big money corporate exec. He looked good on paper, and he made it through KSK training, so he was technically qualified to join a team, but he was way too green to fit in with ours. Still, he wanted to be a hero, and his family had enough clout to get him assignment of his choosing. I don't know how many strings Hoffman's daddy had to pull to get him assigned to our team, but he pulled them. Hoffman became our 9th squad mate, despite Metzger's objections. Anyway, flash forward a few weeks. We were closing in on one of the Russian mob's major trafficking operations. They've been using a series of warehouses 50 miles from the border as a staging area for their convoys. Women and girls from Eastern Europe were being housed there. When the convoys came, they'd be crammed into cargo containers and hauled across the border into Germany. Go to any brothel along the border, you have a look around, chances are you'll find at least a few girls who spend some time in the warehouses. Slovakians, Hungarians, Poles, you may name it. The mob has been smuggling them over for decades, but we are in a position to derail their operation, and we weren't going to let new additions slow us down. We hit them by surprise, we hit them hard. Fisher and Brown managed to take down the Banshee that they had patrolling the site. Wolf had reconnaissance drones overheard, providing battle tag feeds to the rest of us, and we picked off their gunmen one by one. They'd had numbers on us, but they didn't know where to hit us. We had eyes in the sky, we had cover and concealment. Every time they thought they had a fix on us, we'd shift positions and hit them again. They might as well have been fighting ghosts. Then Hoffman broke cover and gave away our position. After that, all hell broke loose. Wolf went down first. The sound of it will haunt me for the rest of my days. An explosion, choked scream, and then this long drawn out gurgling sound. When he died, his drones went down with him, and there were too many hostiles to track without them. I'll spare you the gory details, the Argonaut. Suffice to say, my team was wiped out. I got face clouds again. You can see the tears beginning to well in her eyes. I watched Mechka die. With a visible effort, she clamps down on her emotions, calms herself. When she speaks again, her voice is flat. I took 3 rounds myself. Had to drag myself back across the other nice line into Germany. I almost died. So that's the story. My KSK career died with the rest of the team. Our mission was illegal after all, off the books. There's no going back for me, so I wound up here. She looks you in the eye, her tone is impassive. Did that tell you everything you wanted to know, fearless leader? Are you satisfied now? Yeah, thank you, Aiga. So tell me, what's your takeaway of my tale of woe? I figure that you got to have one. When Monica died, you blamed me because I was new to the team. I'm not Hoffman, Aiga. Yeah, she knows, I know that. You're right, to a point. I might have judged you too harshly because of Hoffman, but everything else I said was justified. Giving you command of this team was a hasty decision, made for the wrong reasons. I stand by that assessment. But between then and now, I've been watching you like a hawk, and you've grown, Argonaut. Yeah, I've leveled up. You weren't the right choice to lead before, I still believe that. But you are now. Thanks, I get good talk. Until next time. Let's see. Do we have stuff in our computer? Ooh, new messages. Salvage DVD. The screen flickers to life. Malit's face appears. From the shifting background and ambient noise, it's clear that this message was recorded on a portable device. Oi, Argonaut, I just wanted to tell you that I met with limited success in working on that stack of DVDs. It's a thorny problem, but at least I'm making some headway. If you look on the table beside your DVD player, you will find another recovered disc. I was able to salvage all of the files on it, but I think you might find what I did recover to be of interest. For my part, I'm going to continue working on the other DVDs. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't hold out much hope. Hope though, they're all badly damaged, suffering from disc rot besides. I'll be in touch. My best to you and your team. There's so many these like plot blah 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 stuff in this game. Still alive? Jane at Dragonaut. Ooh. I guess I should thank you. You got me out of that horrible job alive. I don't think I could have made it on my own. How does she have my email? What happened on the run took everything else away from me, but at least I'm still breathing. The Lodge turned me into a killer Dragonaut that gnaws at my guts every minute of every day, and I still can't sleep at night. Innocent people, normal people, died because of what I did. And you know why they made me do it? Because they could. I don't know, maybe this doesn't bother you. You're a Shadowrunner after all. You kill people all the time. Just another day at the office, huh? Well, I'm not like you. I can't just kill people on the job and forget about it the next day. This is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. Just be a gamer. You'll get used to killing people. I don't know how to live like this, but it's still better than not living at all. That's what I keep telling you, and so I figured that I might as well tell it to you too. Okay, no unread messages. Yes, Alice Fund. Wait. Okay, it's just there's no comma here. It's like, what's going on? Okay, it's not 17,500. It's not that great. Shadowland BBS. Do we have pay data? No. So Formula 17, blah blah blah. I still don't want to read all this stuff, so let's just click through it. Because I don't think these are really, sort of extra lore or something. have anything new about personal files? I guess not. What do we have? Dietrich. No, not Dietrich. Yeah, Blitz. Well, she didn't know him, so of course not. Claim payment for the MK6 prototype extraction. Okay. 3,750. Here's your money. Don't ever contact us again, Schmidt. When your new friends turn on you, I'm gonna spit on your grave. What? I thought they were gonna kill Mr. Schmidt. A moment later, second message popped in your inbox. Your payment details. Humanist data steal. Yeah, that's the Beckenbauer stuff. Okay, now we have more. Yeah, I was thinking like it seemed a bit low. Now we are more than halfway done. We could deposit more of our money there, but I don't wanna. Okay, let's talk to Glory Hole here. Argonaut, pleasure as always. Need anything from me? How are you doing, Glory? Golden as always, Argonaut. No problems. Are you ready to tell me about the Chromio sporting? Get in there, Argonaut. Blah blah blah. Okay. Any thoughts on the last run? A tinge of red crawls up Glory's neck. Argonaut, look at me. She extends her sculpted metal arms. Crown glints in the flickering light. I'm not far from being what that poor troll was when I think of what they did to him. She looks you in the eye. She transfixes you with her gaze. You handed him over, Argonaut, like a piece of merchandise, like a thing. You shouldn't have done that. I should have stopped you, but I didn't. I don't like what it says about me. Well, she wasn't there, that's why she didn't do anything. You said things went bad when you turned 14. I'd like to keep talking about that. I'd rather not. Why not? Because I don't see any reason. The memories are unpleasant. Dredging them up doesn't serve any real purpose. You're wrong about that. Last time we talked, it had an impact on you. That's reason enough to continue. She pauses a moment to consider your words, a troubled look on her face. I suppose that's true. Feeling discomfort is better than feeling nothing at all. Alright, here's the deal, Argonaut. I'm gonna talk, you listen. When I'm done, I'm done. No complaints, no arguments. We'll see what happens. Deal? Deal. Right. 1,000-meter stare creeps back into Glory's eyes. A moment later, she is locked away in her own head again, reliving memories that she'd long since filed away. So, a few days after my 14th birthday, I began to express magically. You're magically active? I was. Glory gestures at her cyberware-riddled body. Not anymore. There's another long pause and Glory becomes more animated. Anyway, I turned 14, awakened. I don't even remember how my parents found out about it anymore. I think my dad caught me playing with a tiny city spirit that I coaxed out of a pile of garbage, something like that. With everything that happened afterwards, those days are kind of a blur. What I do remember is my father's response to the revelation that his little girl was a witch, a hex. He beat the living shit out of me with his fist and then his belt and then claw hammer that he grabbed out of his toolbox. All the while my mother was screaming and flailing at him. She took a couple of licks with the hammer too. What about the neighbors? Didn't anyone call the Polizei or Prosecuritas? Oh, sure, they did. Our neighbors were perfectly decent people, even if they couldn't admit it to themselves. They knew what my father was up to. When they heard a woman and little girl screaming bloody murder, they were first to pick up the calm. Unfortunately, police response times can leave a little something to be desired. I assume that they showed up eventually, but I'll never know. I was out of there well before anyone showed up to intervene, but we'll get to that in a second. So finally, after what felt like an hour, Dad stopped tuning me up with the hammer. I had broken ribs, busted arm, I couldn't see out of my left eye, and my The entire right side was covered with one giant bruise. I was bleeding all over the place, making a real mess on the carpet. The old bastard spat on me, his bleeding, crying daughter. He spat on me and told me that des Teufelshure, the devil's whore. Then he kicked me out of the house. As I was crawling away, my father told me that if he or any of his Kreuzritter brothers ever saw me again, they'd treat me as the Berlin's chapter treats enemies of God. If you are not familiar with how the Kreuzritters here in Berlin deal with heretics, it's decidedly less pretty than what my dad and his buddies did to their victims. I got the hint. The next morning I hitched a ride out of Stuttgart. Go on, Glory. I wound up in Tübingen. I figured it'd be safe enough place to find medical attention and maybe to call home. It's not far from Stuttgart, but it has a huge student community that I figured I could blend into, and the university there has decent magic department. My ride dropped me off at the university hospital and they patched me up pretty good. Had some questions for me about how I got beaten up, but I lied and told them that I'd been mugged, which played nicely into my complete lack of cash credit and identification. Lori pauses for a moment and looks down at the floor, then fixes her eye on you. She is visibly tense. We're gonna fast forward through the next few years. I was a kid on the street, got by as best I could, doing whatever I had to do. The rest, we can leave up to your imagination. Good? That's why she's called Glory Hole. Good. Glory's drenched jaw relaxes somewhat and the tension drains out of her shoulders. Thanks. So anyway, I lived on the street for a few years, got used to being hungry all the time, got used to getting rained on, got by. I was painfully aware that I had magical talents, but without any kind of training or guidance, I didn't really know how to use or develop them. Truth be told, they scared me, so I more or less ignored them. So it just sort of went like that until a few days after my 17th birthday. Then I met Martha and everything changed. Martha was a sweet girl. At first I took her for a street kid like me. Her clothes were a little ratty and she seemed comfortable being near me, but she also looked well fed and happy, and those were two things I hadn't been in years. We started hanging out, and before I knew what was happening, I was in love. There was genuine attraction between Martha and me, I think. Of course, there's lesbians. But I also think that a lot of my affection for her came from the fact that she was the first person in years to give a damn about me. She cared, and I loved her for that. Glory pauses, she looks flustered, her composure cracked. Keep going. She stares at you for a beat, then nods. A few ragged breaths later, she continues. Martha told me about a place where she'd been hanging out. She invited me to join her. It was called Feuerstelle, the fireplace, and it was sort of a commune for dispossessed youth. It turns out a lot of street kids I'd known over the years had moved there. The way they'd disappeared, I'd assumed they'd been kidnapped or killed or had gone back to their parents. But there they were. I remember being kind of angry about it, like how did everybody get the memo about this but me? Martha calmed me down. She was good at helping me work through my feelings, and I wound up following her to Feuerstelle. The street kid, it was basically paradise. The owner, a guy named Harrow, had set up his little farm just outside Tübingen in the Schönbuch forest. The Schönbuch is officially a nature park, but not many people go there nowadays. Too much fear of paranormal animals, I guess. Anyway, park or not, it was plenty big enough for us to hide in. It was also safe and pretty, and the farm was well stocked with food. Most importantly, Feuerstelle gave us a sense of community and stability that we'd never had on the street, and we loved Harrow for that. He became like a surrogate father for us. Glory pauses again, and you recognize the distinctive flush in her cheeks. She seems to have come out of her reverie once again. That's enough for now. I need to process all of this, and I don't want to continue forward until I've had the chance to do that. I know that this all happened years ago, so I guess it's still pretty raw to me, so I'm gonna ask you to give me some space for a while. She turns away and the frost begins to creep back into her voice. We can pick it back up later. I agree. It's been forever. And we still have the DVD to check, at least. I guess I should do a save because it's been so much talking. I don't know if the game crashes or something. But I feel obligated to, go through everybody's story. Okay, now it's nice. It's a second DVD, third DVD. Yes. Softwaring sound, blah blah blah. Track 1. The display goes blank for a moment and the face of Green Winter swings on the screen. Timestamp reads 2042, 5th of August. Yeah, I was thinking about Adrian today. Not as he was when he disappeared, not as the fabled Dragon Slayer or as the big time CEO of Deal Defense. I was thinking about when we were kids. Well, I was always more of a kid than he was, of course. He's 15 years older than me. In a way, he was more like a parent than a brother. Winters pauses, his gaze drops to an invisible point on the table in front of him. So, I was thinking about this time when we were on holiday. Our parents took us out the island of Powell to enjoy the beach. I must have been about 5 years old. Adrian was 20. I'd be his last family vacation. It'd be his last family vacation with us. A year later, he'd begin his meteoric rise to fame and fortune. But on this trip, he was my brother, and I fell out of the little paddle boat that our parents rented and started sinking fast into the Baltic. He was the one who dove in to rescue me. You saved my life that day, Adrian. I love you forever, that, and I will find you. I owe you that much. Okay. Second, Green Winter. So again, 2049, 6th of June. Found an old news article that mentions Adrian from way back in 2036. It was printed in a financial magazine called Das Finanzwesen, one of those chic print-based mags that they produced for the retro crowd. There aren't any clues in here, but it's good to see someone else acknowledge his existence. He clicks off screen button, the image of Windows appears. It's replaced by digital scan of the magazine page. SK stock suffers in post-buyout brain drain November 12, 2039. In the aftermath of the Dragon Loveware's hostile takeover of Shader Group, Schwerin Industry Gesellschaft SKI, a continuing brain drain of high-level executives is causing ongoing worry among company shareholders. The company's stock took a major hit when Loveware deposed former CEO Wilhelmina Graf Benoit last August. Chris Benoit. 3 months later, long-held power positions within the SKI empire continue to empty as the dragon consolidates his power base. The most recent casualties of Loveware takeover include Alexandra Kobayashi, former COO of Sader Munitions, Matthaus Döner, former treasurer of Ruhr Datafax, and Werner Harding, former CEO of Deal Defense. Harding stepped into the role to replace Dr. Adrian Vauclair, who disappeared under mysterious circumstances 2 years ago. Winter's face swings back onto the screen. So, there you have it. That's what they had to say about Adrian a mere 2 years after his disappearance. My brother, the footnote. Track 3. While this track does load, is clearly corrupted, the screen fills with meaningless stream of text. Okay, how about track 4? It's load, corrupted, stream of text. A rattling sound fills the air as the disc grinds in its tray. A few seconds later, the screen fills with text. Dr. Vauclair. From the desk of Werner Harding, Dr. Vauclair, 2034, 10th of September. It is my sad duty to inform that my unanimous vote of Aufsichtsrat, it's rat like a council or something. Your position as CEO of Deal Defense will be terminated at the end of this calendar month. Your continued misallocation of company funds to pursue personal agendas cannot and will not be tolerated any longer. The supervisory board is not unsympathetic to your mental state. The trauma that you endured during your pursuit of the dragon Feuerschwinge must have been enormous. But your continuing obsession with the dragon, the dead dragon I might add, has proven negative influence on this company and an unjustified drain on the company resources. The board wishes you all the best in your future endeavors. We have prepared a generous severance package to assist you in this time of transition. If there is anything more that we can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask. Warner Harding. Okay, so there's that. Okay, let's finally. So, yeah, my son finally wake up. Yes, I should go get him. Then see what Paul says. No, I think he's still asleep. My son, not Paul, because he cried once, but now he went back to sleep. So let sleeping pigs lie. Amsel calls over his shoulder at the sound of your approach. His eyes are glued to the computer's display. Argonaut. Frau Müller should be on her way, but before you go to the meeting site, I have news. He glances at you and his words trail off. While seeing the expression on your face, Amsel's voice becomes grave. It can wait. Tell me what happened. I had some trouble on the U-Bahn. Somebody set up an ambush. Amsel pauses, then gives a curt nod. Truth be told, I've been expecting that something like this might happen. I'm just glad that you made it out alive. Hand over the encrypted PDA. One of the attackers dropped this. Amsel takes the PDA from you and examines it. Yes, I should be able to extract some information from this. Give me a moment. He plugs the PDA into his computer and goes to work. A few moments later, he lets out a grunt of dismay. Well, Dragonfall, I was able to recover a file, but unfortunately, that's all I'll ever able to pull out of these things. All that anyone will, truth be told. It must have been running some kind of counter-intrusion software. The instant that I gained access, it bricked itself. That was predictable, that there's some sort of malware or something. Amsel disconnects the useless PDA and drops it to the ground, clatters to a rest on the metal floor. What did you manage to pull out of it? Okay, now my son is waking up. Com file. The audio is all here, but it looks like we've only got video from one side of the conversation. Let's see what we have. He opens the file and nightmarishly familiar face appears on the screen. Bachmeier. The voice bleeds out from Amsel's speakers, filling the room. Ordran here. What's your status? Bachmeier's image is garbled, but his voice sounds young and eager. Target acquired, sir. You were right. We spotted him on the U-Bahn, just like you said, probably on his way to a job. As per instructions, we are gonna try to take him out on his way back. He'll be more vulnerable that way. Hopefully injured and low on ammo too. But only time will tell. Well, alas, he doesn't know how the rules are in this game, because you never run out of ammo. Like, you have an unlimited amount of clips, you just have to reload your gun every now and then. And also we don't use even guns like the Dragonfall. Good man, proceed as instructed. Will do. Cosman is rigging up an ambush spot now. We'll try to make it quick. The orc with the nightmare face nods. Send me a comm when the job is done. Ordering out. The image on the computer screen dies. Amsel turns to face you. Well, a scarred friend makes an appearance. Dragonfall, I suspect that Green Winter's predictions are coming true. I believe that Feuerschwinge is behind this. On the Amso's patient exterior, you can feel the worry that's eating him. Be on your guard, you and the rest of your team. You made it through this attack relatively unscathed, but next time you might not be so lucky. At least now we have a name to put to the face, Audron. That's not all we have. As I was saying when you first walked in, I have been productive as well. I was able to uncover some new evidence in your absence, and coincidentally enough, that evidence pertains to a scarred friend. Oh. You might recall what I said. I said I'd dig into Audron's skin grafts. Well, I did, and that search has finally borne fruit. One of my contacts outside of Berlin handles the paperwork for private hospitals all across Germany. It's a dull, boring job, but it does have its perks. Amsel pulls open a file on his computer. A medical chart opens up on the screen. As it turns out, our scarred friend's skin grafts were performed at a legitimate hospital after all. Alas, we don't have for biotech. What's the takeaway? The charts are light on identifying information. Our friend's name is listed as Max Musterman, the local equivalent of John Doe. Sun is dropping things. But they do cover his injuries in great detail. Audron's injuries were extensive. He had 2 broken ribs, shattered pelvis. He had sustained third-degree burns for 60% of his body. Most damningly of all, he was suffering from acute radiation poisoning. His body had absorbed over 5,000 millisieverts of ionizing radiation, a lethal dose without treatment. The information dries up at this point. We know that he was treated and discharged, but what happened afterwards remains a mystery. He pauses for a moment, studying your reaction. Your thoughts. Hold nothing back. I'd like to hear everything that comes to your mind. Audron might have spent some time in the SOX. That radiation poisoning didn't happen on its own. Agreed. 5,000 millisieverts is a lot of exposure. Short of basking the glow of unshielded reactor, I don't know how he'd have absorbed that much ionizing radiation without spending time in the SOX. Alright, so Audron was heavily irradiated, most likely time spent in the SOX. What else does it tell you? Well, those burns sound like dragonfire, but if the firewing burned Audron, why would he be working for her now? I don't think that Audron is working for the firewing. I believe that he is serving her. In the Green Winter's second DVD, he mentions that there is a cult within the SOX that worships the firewing, the disciples of the cleaning fire. I believe that Audron belongs to this cult. What difference would that make? In my experience, a zealot is unlikely to shed his allegiance to his goddess, even if that loyalty comes at great personal cost. So it is possible that Audron is a dragon cultist. This seems to fit with much of the other information that we've been covered. Did any other red flags jump out at you? The hospital couldn't ID Audron. Either somebody covered his tracks for him or he was living completely off grid. Indeed, if Audron were a denizen of the SOX, a glowpunk, his lack of identifying information would make sense. Amsel adjusts his glasses. It's a working theory at any rate. So to sum up, Audron has probably spent time in the SOX. It's possible that he even lived there as a member of the Feuerschwingen Dragon Cult, and he's after you. Amsel pauses for a moment before continuing. In my mind, all of this reinforces one fact. We need to find Vauclair, and we need to do it fast. Agreed? Good. That's all the more reason to gather Alice's fee as quickly as possible. There's a buzzing about in Paul's wrist. He lifts his hand to look at his PDA, and as luck would have it, Frau Muller has arrived. Best of luck at the meeting, Dragonaut. Remember, this is urgent. We need that money. I'm on it. Okay, let's see. I think I need to get a medikit. No, I have medikits. Alright. I guess I have to end the stream here. So yeah, I really do want to stream more of this when I have the time, and I hope I get some opportunities and a functional, properly functional internet uh, back in Finland, but I really don't know. I guess especially next week is gonna be very hectic, so I doubt I will have much time, but let's see after that. And like I will try to do like probably tomorrow, like at Golden News, because I won't have time next Tuesday as is the normal date. But yeah, I guess I will focus on either doing offline stuff for videos and stuff. I am working on a video on Argospective on Operation Babel. It's it is 80% done, I guess. And of course, yeah, I guess I want to do Golden News at least once per week in some form if I can. But with that, I'm Adventure Argonaut, and I thank you for watching. Bye bye.